not sure I have enough experience to know what knobs to turn to fix all of those things.
Yeah, and where are the critical corners that we can make a difference and make speed that's going to translate into faster time?
And the interesting thing, DJ, is that when I look at this street course, I think there's two things. There is qualifying speed, which is low lap time, and then there is race speed. So that whole slow section through Congressional, you have to be great to qualify well, but no one's probably going to pass me there. Versus now when you ride on board with the 14 down the front straightaway, you have to get off 12 good because this left-hander turn 1 is a passing zone. So the 90-degree corners for me are the most important to be competitive in the race, but maybe not for qualifying, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it makes perfect sense because places that you can where you're carrying speed through the center of a corner, attacking a corner, when you get into the race, you're not really going to be able to outbrake someone into many of these tight corners. So what you're going to focus on is the exit, and that's what we saw SVG be so good at last year, and we've seen it, that he is great hitting the apex and then launching from that point to where he might not complete the pass before you're at the next corner, but he's got position on you to take that spot when you get to the next corner.
Take another look at the 5 of Anthony Alfredo and the bumps you mentioned.
Oh, yeah. You can't start to say he's not giving everything he's got inside this car.
Slid that thing right up against the wall, exiting turn 10. Connor Mozak is currently 4th fastest out on the track again. Steve, I think you mentioned it. You're too close to that line to be out there. We've got smoke coming out.
Can't tell if it's a tire rub or a mechanical. This is the 4 of Ty Dillon. I don't see any obvious damage, which tells me that this is more of a mechanical issue. I would assume an engine.
Get it back to us. Did we run it too hot, you think?
So did we run it too hot? You're allowed to add tape.
I don't know. It looks just like rear end smoke.
So there's some
probably a gear line or something's popped off from where we just changed that gear, or something's leaking.
So two things. If that is gear oil, obviously something's leaking, right? Because that's what smoke's coming. But if that's gear oil, you want to talk about making a racetrack slippery in a hurry.
Yeah, as if we need to add anything to this, as Parker Retzlaff finishes up his lap, and that will end the qualifying for the first group. Group A, again, the top 5.